All right, you guys. Today we go back to the year 2008. I'm still working my way through Charaiveti, my book that moves through the years 1998 through 2020. And it has been a journey. It's a journey through my growing years as an adult, becoming a mother, a wife, traveler, you name it. But the year 2008 was epic. I was in a new life in a new country. We were living in San Francisco. Things were getting very real. I was, wow, I don't even let me just read this to you and maybe it'll make sense because it was a very transformative time. 2008, 2009. I was under the impression that I knew grief. I was yet to understand the creepy nature of it. The fear of becoming something other than myself made me unrecognizable in the mirror. And this unknown stirred me, turning the water within to boiling. My mind became slush. I was in a constant plight of greeting and farewell. I was selling stuff and occupying spaces that made my stomach turn, uncomfortable and growing out of my initial innocence, naivete no longer serving my greater good. All I don't want, revealing itself in one swoop, and my eyes and heart longing. And then hearing about the tragedy happening in my homeland, South Africa, while walking down foreign streets among strangers, I become lost in grief, in the life-death cycle. It was the highs and the lows of it all. Here follows a few poems to describe a deeper sense of all of it. When you travel and you have beloveds all over, there's a lot of meetings, greetings, farewells at airports. Here's a poem called Airport. A place to linger, to meet, to greet, a space where farewells linger, where hellos are heard. Limbo is real here. Wheels turning, people herding, signs followed and lines formed. Order the rule, in the air a miracle. And for that moment, we trust, allow, and space out. You heard me talking about selling. So for a while, I was working in the malls. Probably one of my worst nightmares. So here you go, a poem about sales. Selling, rebelling, making me crazy, pulling teeth, tearing out hair. How can you not see what a deal this is? Please come along, wake up, smell the roses. A smile never hurt, a frown can ruin the mood. Come on, everybody, we'll do the hokey pokey and turn this around. I feel like sharing one more because I do speak of this longing and a South African tragedy. And this poem was one of the first poems I wrote, realizing that that was what I was doing. So many poems was written without meaning to write poetry. But this was more conscious, if that makes sense. So my South African tragedy. Walking down Market Street, I hear the sound of bucket drums, and a horn reminds me of you. I see your face glowing, your teeth showing, you are grinning or you are growling. What was the sense of it? Innately, I know, my heart breaking. Words are lost, sights unseen. My ears are ringing. I listen but interrupt, sad, drenched to the bone, destroyed and desperate. For our sake, how long will fear rule? How long will the unconscious sleep? A growl is awakening in a quiet stillness with space for it. In a room with the need, an unfamiliar sound of fury is finally heard. The witness refuses to speak, to acknowledge the I. Confusion sets in. The not knowing a reality, not caring too much. The loss, vague, distant. The separateness, disconcerting. A plea, I cry. Let's leave it at that for today. Oh, the in-between spaces when we are redesigning life. Also to be appreciated. Just love.